Yes, and it's day 2 of Block B of the Diamond Cup. And we've just finished commentating on Block A, but we're back for Block B. And we're back because somebody from Block B, his name is Vlad, is pulling double duty here tonight.
Is your like the first couple of words you say are they gonna get weirder and weirder as the days progress?
Yes.
Because that pronunciation, man, it, it's something else.
It is.
As Vlad makes his way to the ring, of course, again a blackout. The whole arena is dark, except for that little light.
The little light that shows us where Vlad is, so that's nice. He isn't creeping up on anybody at the moment, or at least he's not gonna be able to.
You don't know because the lights are gonna go
Oh,
right
there he goes! And just like that, somebody in the audience has been impregnated by Vlad. It's just what happens. It's the natural way of the vampire. It's
so. What I was thinking, every time that he does that,
yeah,
he bites someone, and that's why his face is always red. He always just kills someone just before the lights go back on.
Alright, we have to add more security in the ringside area. Yeah, well,
I think we get sued for this.
Yeah, probably, but well, we're gonna go ahead with Vlad Michaels, his opponent. Of course, I've introduced him as being somebody who actually picked up the victory over John Dreamfield on day 1. It's incredible. Jiraiya having the best start of the Diamond Cup that you could ever wish for. It's really something else, and of course he is looking to make it 2 for 2 in his winning streak, but he has to go through Vlad. But Vlad has the most difficult road ahead of him, especially on day 2.
Vlad didn't have the most success day 1, Sonny.
No, he suffered what perhaps was a devastating career-ending loss against Eddie Charisma in only like a couple seconds, so he really needs to rebound. So he immediately a power slam by Jiraiya, who of course wants to keep that momentum going from that monumental win with the knee strike, kicking Vlad off the apron.
Jiraiya is such a towering opponent. I talked about this yesterday, no. I'm getting confused
yesterday.
with all these days.
This is day 2. Oh, yeah. Day 1 was yesterday.
I talked about it when I saw Vinnie Jones in Block A.
Sure.
That these are probably the most powerful big opponents here in the Diamond Cup.
Well, that's true. They are the biggest competitors, so there's a strength in it, but there's also weaknesses in that. Like you might be gassed sooner than all the other wrestlers.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's positives and negatives to every side of the coin, but it's one of those things where this is one of those meetings where it's incredible because on one hand, you have Jiraiya, who had the most incredible start to the Diamond Cup in a positive way, and on the other side, you have Vlad, who had the most incredible start in a negative way. So both of them try to refocus.
What the hell is Vlad doing? He's not focused.
No, not really. As we see a beautiful reverse STO, inverted STO, as you might call it, and Jiraiya looking to. Cement her or his standing as number 1 in Block B, as we saw Jake do the same for Block A. And a vicious clothesline by Vlad. So Vlad, of course, appearing 2 times here tonight. So what do you think will happen if Vlad loses both matches at? What do you think of his? What does your mindset become?
Well, it does a lot to a competitor to lose both days, the first 2 days. I mean, how can you get back from that? Having such a losing streak and having such a devastating loss already in the first day.
True. So that's something that really needs to be thought of with him. Of course, it's one of those things where your mindset, of course, you want to win as many matches as you can, or as you're able to. In the Diamond Cup, you need points to win. So losing
You
three
do.
matches in 2 days, that's going to put you significantly behind. So much so, probably, that with three losses in the beginning, you probably won't be able to get back in it, or at least in the winning standings. As
Why are you talking about three? He
because
only has
he's
one loss yet. This is the second time,
Um, I'm
Sonny.
I'm I'm speaking hypothetically about what if he loses both matches tonight. That's what I asked you, so I'm going just off
Okay,
my own question.
okay.
You got to keep up with
Eh,
the facts here,
well,
Ed.
no, it kind of sounds like you were confused.
No, you're confused. You don't even know what day it is.
It's confusing.
Apparently, yes.
I mean, I have to say this. Vlad is looking more impressive here tonight than he looked yesterday.
Yeah, he is really trying to make sure that Jiraiya doesn't pick up the victory over him as he goes for the cover. 1, 2, and a kick out by Jiraiya at 2. So immediately here we're watching I think a re-aggravated Vlad Michaels after losing in like 10 seconds to Eddie Charisma. I mean, I know that you don't know Eddie Charisma that well. He's new on the scene. Like we've known him as Hellbreaker, but he's a completely different person now. Completely different attire, completely different moves.
New
It's
name.
like a new name, which I think that probably was what he was called before he went to Hellbreaker. Because I can't imagine somebody giving birth to a child and naming it Hellbreaker. So I'm pretty sure Eddie was his name in the first
Well,
place.
you don't know what kind of weird cult this family comes from.
Well, true, but I'm just assuming here. Like, I don't want to go off the worst. I'm a positive guy. As you see, Jiraiya going for a Salida del Sol. Very
Wow.
nice neck breaker here. Looked also a little bit like a sliced bread.
It kinda did look like sliced bread, but it was impressive to say the least from such a big guy.
True. It's a very impressive athletic move by Jiraiya, and this match is going really long for Diamond Cup standards. So, of course,
They're even going in the crowd
they're
now.
even a little bit brawling in the
This is the
crowd.
first time. This
That's
is the first time that happened.
that's not the smartest thing to do. And I was spinning heel
No.
kick. Of course, you don't want this to be a draw. Of course, Vlad can use every point he can get, but for Jiraiya, he most definitely doesn't want to draw, especially after beating the world champion. You're in the prime position. He isn't even in action tonight. He, together with Dylan Mason, are having the ability to rest first. So
Yeah, but the match that Mason has tomorrow, together with the person that is in this
oh,
match, is going. Oh,
Vlad Michaels spears Jiraiya through the
what?
barricade.
That
This
small
is the
man just
Diamond
spared
Cup.
Jiraiya.
There are no hostages being taken by Vlad Michaels. He wants that win so desperately he might be able to injure himself doing it.
I don't know if this was a smart idea, but for such a small man to spare a man of the size of Jiraiya, that is incredible. He says it's over and lets the referee count.
He is trying to win via countout, but Jiraiya was having none of that. But Vlad flattens Jiraiya with a back elbow. Now Vlad might be looking for the finishing move. The inverted facebuster. Going for the cover. 1, 2, and 3. And Vlad Michaels has beaten Jiraiya. And I think this is one of
Wow.
the prime examples where fatigue comes into play at.
That was unexpected to say the least. Vlad Michaels, the one with the quickest loss. Day one has the most impressive victory out of anyone. As Jiraiya was the one to defeat the world champion, and now Vlad defeats Jiraiya. This is
Well,
insane.
that's
Only in the Diamond Cup.
that's just what happens with the Diamond Cup. When you don't have a long match, you have to perform the next day. Like Vlad, in this way, Eddie's win over Vlad was a blessing in disguise because Vlad had enough in him to take down the bigger opponent here. But Jiraiya had a grueling match against John Dreamfield yesterday, and he had uh, the worst fatigue. So you saw that tonight. Vlad was relatively fresh, like he only performed for 10 seconds, and Jiraiya had a whole match. So this is what happens when your match is shorter or longer.
Yeah, it really matters here. And maybe Vlad can go on to winning ways now. Maybe that was the only loss he's ever going to get in this whole damn tournament. You don't know what's going to happen here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. As we move on to Uncle Sander versus Commando Reed.
Very much so. Alright, as we are hulking up towards our second match, Sander Cool or Uncle Sander is in the ring at this
Uncle
moment.
Sander,
Uncle
Uncle Sander.
Sander.
The
Uncle
one
Sander.
that has got all the power for Dave Williams because Dave Williams is such a nice guy. I said this before, I'm gonna say it again. He's such a nice guy.
Well,
He
he
gave
really
all
is.
his power to Uncle Sander. Wait, now you say all of a sudden that Dave Williams is a nice guy?
Dave
You
Williams.
hated
Oh,
him.
no. I would have never say
No,
that.
no,
I
no,
thought you were
no, no,
talking
no, no,
about
no, no,
Barnes Reed.
no.
No, you were.
Well, yeah,
The
of
camera
course,
was on
Barnes is a
Barnes
nice
Reed,
guy.
so we have to,
Well, he is a
talk
nice
about
guy.
Barnes while he's on the screen. Dave Williams isn't here. Dave
Barnes
Williams is
is a
in another
great guy.
block. We're not gonna talk about Dave Williams during block B. No.
Well, I
no,
have to.
no. I
because
will
Uncle
ban his
Sander,
name during block B.
all. Are you kidding me?
No, anybody who says Dave Williams in the chat during this live stream will be kicked. I will kick you.
Hashtag justice for Dave Williams.
Justice for
Get it
Dave
trending.
Williams.
Get
Dave
it
Williams is
trending,
the
ladies and
champion
gentlemen.
of the United
Get it
States of
trending.
America. Why does he need justice?
Because he gave all his power away to Uncle Sander.
Why? Because he isn't winning.
Yes.
Well, that's not. Why? The logic is far to be seen here. This is really the most
Doesn't matter.
illogical
We
thing
have
I've ever heard.
We have Commando Luchador here against Uncle Sander.
Well,
Ladies and gentlemen.
Sander, of course, won last night against Bill Nemeth in his opening contest. Apparently, that was a fluke. And that means that Barnes Reed should be able to steamroll Sander. Because, well, apparently it was a fluke, ladies and gentlemen. Because Ed, he's now a wrestler, so he knows when wins aren't really wins, apparently.
I know everything. As Barnes goes for the cover, but Sander, by some sort of miracle, kicked out. It's a miracle.
It really is. We see a back elbow, hamstring back elbow, and an enziguri combo by Barnes Reed, or Commando Reed, as we should call him now, of course. Um, Sander overpowering Barnes Reed though. He has the bigger physique, so to say, and now clothesline over the top rope. As you see, Barnes, a very little guy, a luchador at best. As I hope that my commentary partner over here stops messing with his microphone. Stop touching your microphone.
I'm not touching my microphone.
Well, I hear you touching something, so stop it in both ways.
I'm sorry. I didn't know it was touching anything. I'm just here. Just
and now we see
messaging
Barnes.
Dave Williams doing a great job.
No, don't stop messaging Dave Williams.
I just can't. I can't take a match with Uncle Sander seriously. I can't. It's still a joke that he's in this cup. I've said this before. I'm gonna say it constantly, every single time. It is a joke. You don't have to act so shocking. You know that it's a joke.
Sure. I'm just gonna focus on the match now, okay?
Well, it's about time.
It's about time. Well, sure. As we see, the depowered Sander Cool, apparently, who has no longer the powers of Dave Williams, is having a lot of trouble with Barnes Reed, because apparently this is how wrestling works now.
Yes.
You watch way too many Avengers and animes. As we see, oh, that's a very touching tribute by Barnes Reed to the Moonstomp that was used by the Rainbows in the beginning of UCW to win the tag titles. That moonsault into double stomp, and now going for a Phoenix Splash, going for the cover. 1, 2, and 3, and just like that, Barnes Reed, with the ode to the Rainbows and his own beautiful Phoenix Splash, has defeated Sander Cool. You maybe wanna chime in on this one?
I knew it. I fucking knew it. Sander, you're losing, and you're gonna keep losing because this is not your tournament, Sander. This isn't your tournament. It's not your win. It never will be. And by the way, that wasn't the Phoenix Blast. It was a red arrow. Just
that's
making
true.
Sure you actually.
I think Barnes has actually gave me. He actually has. It's called the Free Fall Crash by Barnes Reed. I thought he told me what his name was.
And now
he
is
did.
Celebrating.
Well, of course,
the
he's happy that he won. He got 2 more points on his scoreboard, so that's very nice. As we go on to the third match of the evening, with Justin Perrault versus Vlad Michaels. So Vlad Michaels coming into action for a second time here. The chance, of course, now is the question is Vlad Michaels going to be tough enough to pick up 2 wins in one night? If he does, it would cancel out all the negativity from day one.
Yeah, it really does, but this man isn't one to take lightly. He wants to get back to getting some points because, of course, he lost his first match against Dylan Mason.
Yeah, he lost last night against Dylan Mason. Of course, Dylan Mason not being in the arena at this time. He will be in action on day 3 tomorrow night against Jiraiya. And Justin, of course, losing the European Championship, now losing in the first round of the Diamond Cup. It's going to be a struggle for Justin to reclaim what was his. Of course, he claims that the European title always is his, but he was focusing on the US title before Sander lost it. Of course, he's now very happy that Sander lost it, and that the title is in possession of Dave Williams, which he thinks is a much better champion. That's his opinion, of course. Mean, we can all have an opinion.
No, that's a fact.
No, it's not a fact.
That is a fact. He is indeed the better champion. It's a fact.
No, it's not a fact.
And again,
the lights go out.
Messing with the lights?
No,
are they messing
with
the lights?
My production crew would never do something like that.
Oh no. We're gonna have another death here tonight.
No.
This shouldn't happen.
It's the Diamond.
Glad you had enough blood. You had enough blood.
It's the Diamond Cup massacre. Well, we have to be fair. We are in America, so they are, you know, they are pretty adept to
Look
shootings
out
and
of what you're
massacres
saying.
in
Look
in
out
high
of what
school
you're saying,
buildings.
Sonny. Oh, Sonny.
Well, it is
Please.
true. Like, don't deny this. I'm really glad I don't originate from America.
Yeah, me too, but we
Well,
are
where do
there
you
a lot.
originally originate from? Where were you born?
I'm from the Netherlands.
Oh, you're actually also from the Netherlands. Damn, we have a large Netherlands delegation.
Yeah, I know. There's a lot of people from the Netherlands.
I live in America now. That's my choice for my work, as so do you. But I was actually born in Canada.
Where?
Canada.
You were born in Canada.
Yes, I'm Canadian.
Oh, that awful country there, you know,
What
the,
awful
the ones
country? The
that they
ones
all
with.
talk with their face just bopping up and down like you see
Oh,
in
you
South
watch
Park.
way too many South Park. It's either that or you're constantly on drugs of seeing that. As Vlad Michaels is beginning this match with a very aggressive side of him, with a power bomb, very nicely done, drags him right out of the corner into the power bomb position. And now Justin with the reversal of the Irish whip into the corner, strikes blocked by Vlad Michaels. And now Vlad Michaels going to town with the kicks and stomps to the chest of Justin. And again, that sit out dragging power bomb.
I'm really curious if Vlad can take up the win again, but he already had a brutal match with Jiraiya, so you need to make this quick as you can get.
Well, Vlad, of course, already had one match. He's looking for an early ending at a 2 count, and Justin kicks out of the DDT. And now Vlad Michaels again punching his own demons, probably, that are lurking right beside him and in front of him.
Now just stretching the leg a bit. He's probably helping Justin. This is some morning routine.
What a nice guy, that Vlad
What a nice
Michaels.
guy, that Vlad. Kill somebody
Oh,
and
now
then
we
he
see,
helps somebody
and now
stretch.
the backbreaker into Russian leg sweep combo. That certainly isn't helping Justin in the long run. Of course, the risk that a Diamond Cup brings with it is that you get injured during one of your matches and you have to finish. Otherwise, you forfeit a chance at the World Heavyweight Championship. And that's something a competitor, any competitor of these 20 men would never do. At least, I don't think so. Would you?
Well, you never know, Sonny.
Would you?
You
If
never.
you're in this position and you would like injure your leg or whatever, would you forfeit your opportunity?
No, of course not. But there's maybe some crazy guy that
I'm just
just thinks,
asking
oh, I'm
you.
gonna
I'm
take
just
a
saying.
vacation.
I assume nobody would ever do that because
No,
it's an opportunity for somebody like Sander. It might be the only one he gets.
that is true.
So
I
you
mean,
never
Sander
know how
needs to
many
take.
chance. No, it's not just about Sander, but he's the one probably people will think of. But it's one of those things where an opportunity at the World Heavyweight Championship, you don't just get one. They're
Do
not
you
for
really think
sale.
Sander gets there? Do you think Sander has
I'm
the
not saying
possibility,
we
has the
never know.
strength,
We
has the
never know
stamina?
who is.
No, 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 no.
No, we
Sander is
never.
never going to go there. Sander is never going to go there. He already lost his United States Championship in a matter of days, Sonny. He's not going to go after the world title after that.
Well, I'm not saying he is. I'm just saying that an opportunity for a world championship isn't for sale. It's not one of those things you can that every wrestler will get in their lifetime. Some wrestlers go for I don't know 11 years without a single one-on-one shot for said world title at said.
Are you talking about Kofi?
I'm trying to naturally subtle nod to Kofi, but yeah, you could just call him Kofi, and then we could get the freaking copyright strikes again. Thank you very much, Ed.
No
Thank you, because
problem.
that's what I want. I want a copyright strike on my desk because you just couldn't keep your mouth shut. You have to ruin
No problem.
everything, don't you? Damn, I
No
was
problem.
just trying to be nodding as we see Justin with the leg reverse, with the leg scissors takedown, but Vlad Michaels is able to kick out of to fight out of it, and a DDT, and Justin is busted open at his face, and this will only make Vlad Michaels that much stronger. Ed, the sense of
Yeah,
blood
because
for
he's
a
probably
vampire.
gonna drink that blood. He's gonna drink that
Oh,
blood right out of his face.
he was looking for the same inverted facebuster that put away Jiraiya, but Justin was able to block it. Very nicely done by Justin. And now a sit-out jawbreaker. And it seems like Justin might be out for the 3 count. 1, 2, and a kick out by Justin at 2.
Justin really needs to take up the pace. He needs to get back in that zone.
Well, Justin is now being with the with a Michinoku driver sit-out version, but a row break. That's a very nice. And an overhead belly to belly by Justin now on Vlad Michaels.
It may have been a rope break, but it got Justin straight back up.
And now a running knee strike by Justin. And Justin now dragging Vlad to the middle of the ring. 1, and a kick out at 1 by Vlad. A kick out at 1 after already having one grueling match with Jiraiya, where he put Jiraiya through a barricade, but Justin isn't letting go of his focus on Vlad now, looking for the finishing strike, but Vlad is able to block and reverse it. And now a couple of strikes by Vlad, and a small package by Vlad. 1, 2. And Vlad steals the win! Vlad steals the win! Vlad steals the win! Vlad steals it! Vlad steals the win here! He wins 2 matches back to back in one Diamond Cup evening after such a devastating loss against Eddie Charisma. He has bounced back, and he has bounced back big time. This is incredible, Ed.
Vlad just made history here tonight in the Diamond Cup. This is the first man to win 2 matches back to back with just 1 match in between to rest. This is incredible.
Incredible stamina and endurance shown by Vlad Michaels, and maybe, just maybe, busting open Justin gave him just that little nod, just that little edge to get the better of him with that small package, and Justin was out-wrestled here tonight, and there is nothing you can say about that.
You can. I mean, some people don't like a match ending with a roll-up, but in the Diamond Cup, you need to take your wins any means necessary. It's not about making it look pretty. It's about getting wins, getting the points on the board, and that's exactly what Vlad Michaels did.
Well, you can say one thing, Justin isn't agreeing with the referee's decision, but we're going to focus on our final contest of the evening. That will be Mike Hanson versus the awakened Bill Nemeth. And as Ed calls him, our very own Nero cosplayer.
Yes, he is Nero. He's a Nero cosplayer, but he keeps forgetting to pull the damn devil trigger. So maybe he does it here tonight, as we again have the most punchable face in UCW history right in front of us. I just can't stand Mike. So Mike here walking towards the ring. I already said before, he has the most punchable face in the history of UCW. I'm just going to repeat myself because I hate this man. Because once again, I'm going to tell you this all. Once again, he voted against me. He voted against me. He thought Chip and Suddenly were better. But we all know Ed is the better commentator. But no, he had to vote against me. He has some weird problem with the one and only Ed. We don't know why. We don't understand it. But somehow, some way, this man has a grudge against me. So I just hate him now. It's that simple, ladies and gentlemen. It's that simple. Whew, I'm getting worked up just seeing that face. I want to punch it! I'm sorry for your ears, ladies and gentlemen. And here we have the Nero cosplayer himself, awakened Bill Nemeth. But he didn't pull the devil trigger last night, so let's see how he does today. Is he gonna pull that trigger to finally get into that devil mode and take the win? I'm doing fantastic on these references.
Well, I am back from the toilet, so I'm not
Be
sure if
glad
you
you didn't
mentioned.
hear my rant. Don't be glad you didn't hear my rant about
I
Mike
I
Hanson.
will listen to it in post production. Um, So, Bill, of course, making his entrance, the most handsome superstar in all of UCW, has already made his, so we're gearing up towards our final contest. So this will be 4 matches instead of the regular 5. We'll return to you tomorrow night with 5 announced matches. Of course, after day 3, I will announce the day 4, day 5, day 6 lineups for the next couple of days.
Exciting times we live in. This is just the best month in wrestling history.
It really is. It's an astonishing thing to have to happen in UCW and in E federations in general. As we see Bill taking the early advantage on Mike. Of course, Mike was facing Barnes Reed last night, and Bill last night was defeated by Sander Cool, so he is looking for that victory on Mike Hanson. Of course, Mike Hanson is a competitor who is the #1 contender for the TV title and has a
He
scheduled
is.
match on Ultimate Breakdown, the very first officially scheduled match. And now a kick out by Mike Hanson.
But we all know Rainbow Wolf is gonna retain because he is the best. He is the glorious wolf.
Well, he is going to try his best, of course, but Mike Hanson isn't just a superstar to mess with, as Rainbow has the prime distinction of having to watch 10 or 9 matches of Mike Hanson, maybe even 10, and to scout every single move that Mike Hanson makes. He has the prime advantage in scouting your opponent. And Mike might be blown out by the time Ultimate Breakdown runs around after the Diamond Cup.
I mean, Rainbow Wolf is just gonna sit there, gonna watch these tapes, eating some popcorn, hoping that Johnny Crow doesn't try to steal it. Look at that! I brought in back old
Oh, you
things.
brought it back. You brought it back. Such a
I'm
good
so good.
commentator.
I'm
Such
fantastic.
a mind of the business.
One spinning knee strike by Mike Hanson.
Very nice. He refers to all of his moves as being the perfect move. So every move is apparently perfect. I'm getting
That's
a
a
very
perfect kick
I'm
and a
very
perfect
much
stop
getting a
and a perfect
getting
punch,
a 90s vibe around this side of Mike Hanson, but
and it's
he is
gonna be
looking
a
for something
perfect
big here. Oh, the power
power bomb.
bomb
Perfect.
right here in front of us, as we see Ed screaming that this is absolutely perfect. And now Mike
I hate
Hanson.
Mike Hanson, but I gotta hand him this.
Oh, Mike Hanson throws Bill Nemeth over the barricade. Might be looking to brawl into our UCW fan base, as he was looking for a double stomp, but Bill ran back into the ring. That's
I
very
have
nice.
to
Oh,
say
the spinning knee strike by Bill was blocked this
that
time
wasn't perfect.
into the
No, because it
bear
wasn't
hug into
perfect.
an overhead belly to belly. Very nicely done.
I mean, in my honest opinion, I should be one of the #1 fans of Mike Hanson, but he voted against me.
Well, we see
You can,
the perfect knee strike by Mike Hanson on Bill Nemeth. And now the referee needs to get into position for
is
the
it gonna
count
be perfect
2.
pin?
And a kick out by
That
Bill
wasn't
at
the perfect
2.
pin. Wasn't a perfect pin.
Well,
Referee
it
wasn't
really wasn't,
perfect.
but I think Bill is having some troubles. Of course, losing the X Division title, Kingdom of Immortality, the Queendom crumbling all over UCW. Johnny Crow left. Brian Bradley was kicked out, and it seems like Bill isn't able to focus because there's way too much on his mind. Of course, Brian Bradley is also targeting Bill now, and it seems like Mike Hanson might be looking for
Yeah,
the
for the what?
perfect kick. But this was the black mass, the all right, the all right, the all fucking right. And with that beautiful black mass, Mike Hanson has beaten Bill Nemeth. And that means that after 2 days of Diamond Cup, Bill Nemeth is one of the few competitors still at 0 points.
How this is going, it's going to continue this way because he's just too distracted. It's not going well for Nero.
Well, it really isn't. I think maybe the loss to Stander broke something in Bill, because of course not many people can say or will say that they have ever lost to Stander, but
Isn't it just a perfect spinning heel kick? I mean, I'm just gonna call everything perfect now.
well, it
I don't
is
care
a
what he
spinning
calls it.
roundhouse kick, and he calls it the
Okay,
alright, the
it's
alright, the all fucking right.
It's the perfect all right, all fucking right. That's what it is.
Well, that's very true. As we say, congratulations to Mike Hanson for beating Bill Nemeth here tonight and picking up 2 points for his B block, and he is looking jacked and very impressive in front of his TV title match. But as we say that, as Mike Hanson poses us out for the evening, Ed and Sonny were there. We'll hope to see you tomorrow night for day 3 of Block A and Block B. We'll see you then.